Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday. Starting off in the National League East, the New York Mets went deep 4 times as they stomped the Brewers 14-6. The Washington Nationals only allowed 2 hits in the game as they took down the Fish in Miami 6-1. The Toronto Blue Jays sent 3 balls into seats as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 3-2.
First opened in 2001. We're at Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Zach Davies is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Zach Davies coming on to pitch. Not a big, strong guy, but he's a control guy that pumps the strike zone full of strikes. 89 to 92 miles an hour with sink. Has a curveball, has the slider, and also the straight changeup. He needs all 4 of his pitches, not overpowering. You'll know if he's on early, he'll be throwing a lot of ground balls.
Next up for New York, Amed Rosario. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. Here's the first pitch to him. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, this team can do one thing very well. This lineup leads the league in home runs, and that's why people pay the price of admission. They want to see the long ball. Everybody loves home runs, and it's exactly what this lineup gives you. They get count leverage 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Don't look for that base hit the other way. They are trying to turn and burn.
A very fine afternoon for baseball. 67 degrees here at first pitch.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Now Cabrera swings and misses on a good pitch that time as he's rung up for out number 2. Next for the Mets, Jose Bautista. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Here he comes on 2-0. Ripped down the line, but this will get foul. 2-1. Here now the 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Santana is in pursuit. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn. Noah Syndergaard will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy is known as the road warrior, and you can see why. He's been awfully good on the road this year, so I would expect him to pitch very well in this one here.
In is Christian Yelich. They lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team is playing well right now, and they got their ace on the mound. This guy has unbelievable stuff, and I can't underestimate the fact that this is a day game. We are creatures of habit. Guys are used to playing 7 o'clock games at night and rolling out of bed around 12, 1 o'clock and heading to the yard. Instead, they're going to get stuff thrown down their throat right at that time. I hope these guys got out of bed and got a few cups of coffee.
A little low. It's 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Full count now. Another full count offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, but coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And that's cut on and missed as Reyes falls behind here 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes to Jose Reyes.
That's great recognition right there on the part of the hitter. Not many guys lay off that one. That was a classic strikeout pitch. The 0-2 good changeup with some depth.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Not what you want to do on the mound. Go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Reyes stands at first with 1 out. A bouncer up the middle. 1 there. Over to Gonzalez, and they get the double play they needed to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's take a look at Travis Shaw. The calling card's the bat. Left-handed power, the ability to manipulate both gaps, but also a very adequate, very underrated defender on both corners, both first and third.
Here's Jay Bruce now. He enters play at number 6 in National League batting average. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Swing and a looper to left. Here comes Yelich. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for out number 2. Here's Todd Frazier now. He's definitely a long ball threat. Currently third in the National League in that category. Here it comes. Squared that one up just a little late. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Garcia has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Domingo Santana. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. And that's in there for a strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And let's focus our attention on catcher Travis d'Arnaud. He's going to have to step up today and have a big game for these guys. Not known necessarily for his defensive acumen, more of a big pop guy on the offensive side. He has got to control this game.
Travis Shaw is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And that misses 1-1. Shaw, an Ohio native. He was a 9th round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now the 2-1. It's the outside corner for the second strike. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
In now, Manny Pena. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. An attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Pena, or Pineapple as he's sometimes called. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Back at Miller Park in Milwaukee as we get you set for the top of the 3rd. Here's Adrian now. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Yelich is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Stepping in, Noah Syndergaard. Now here it comes. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And here's his fastball for a called strike one, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And he hits it hard to the right side. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Obvious pitch recognition right there. 0-0 changeups usually get guys out in front, but he was able to stay back, recognize it, and drive it for a base hit.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Ball one to start the at-bat. d'Arnaud is off at first with 2 away. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, this inning was looking routine, and then with 1 base hit and a wild pitch later, things are looking a lot different. Now a base hit scores a run, got to reset on the mound and make some good pitches here.
Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
It's amazing how quick an inning can get away from you. You're cruising, first 2 outs are super quick. Little single happens, and now you're down 3-0 with the chance of maybe a little 2-out lightning happening.
The 3-0 pitch finds the zone, strike one.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close. So I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
So 2 on with 2 away, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Reyes has got it. The throw. What an outstanding play to end the inning. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Next bat, Orlando Arcia. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
2-0 now. The 2-0. 2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. Back up the middle. That's a hit, the first of the game for Milwaukee.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Low for ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Fly ball right down the line in left. Cespedes on the move. And that's the first out of the inning. Next for Milwaukee, Zach Davies, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Expecting a potential bunt, the corner infielders come way in to try to protect. First offering on its way. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one.
It's a great job right there to pull that one back, make the count 1-0, and get this defense on its heels a little bit. The number one thing, if you're going to be a good bunter, you have to get strikes.
To second for one, on to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Comes set, and the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 0-2, here it comes. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. There's a swinging bunt up the line. That goes foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. The 0-2 once more. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Brewers strand one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Digging in for his second at-bat, Jose Bautista. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
The 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Swinging on 3-0. Now 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. Ready for another chance. Yoenis Cespedes comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Stepping in now, Jay Bruce. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 0-1 delivery. And a fastball just a bit high. Bautista at second. Cespedes on at first with nobody out. And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
And before the 2-1 pitch here, time called at home plate. The 2-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. Todd Frazier waits on deck. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. Digging in to try it again. Todd Frazier. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Taken high and deep to right. Santana ranging back at the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jose Reyes, reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Rosario retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for round number 1. Now at the plate, Ryan Braun. Pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
1-1 the count to the Brewers' first baseman. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And Braun's able to resist. The count moves in his favor. 2-1 now.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curve.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone. Ryan Braun with the solo home run. 6th home run on the season for him. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Standing out there on the bump, giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb.
Now batting, right fielder, Domingo Santana.
Standing in now, Domingo Santana. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Skied into straightaway right. Bruce has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. Hit high and deep to left field. Cespedes going back to the track, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo home run there for Travis Shaw. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Brewers move out in front now 2-0. Riding in once again, Manny Pena looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance of getting swung at.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Coming to the plate now, Adrian Gonzalez flied out in his first at-bat, so making him 0 for 1 so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out to straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 26 for him on the season, and the Mets are on the scoreboard. It's now a 2-1 game.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Noah Syndergaard, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
The 1-2. Popped him up. But this will land untouched. Bases are empty here, nobody out. The 1-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Garcia fields it cleanly on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat. Started that swing a bit too early.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Hit on the ground to third. And there's out number 2. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0 home. Misses down below the knees. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. 2 out, nobody on. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he looks at ball 4 now. So he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
He's set, and the pitch. He's running. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets do get one back, though, on the solo home run. Middle of the afternoon here. Digging in now for the Brewers, Orlando Arcia. He singled his last time up. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Now the 1-0. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. This is lifted out to left. Cespedes is after it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking his zone right here. He has a chance for a quick inning. He is not nibbling. Everything is catching those 17 inches. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
In now, Zach Davies fouled off. Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And Frazier will make the catch to retire the side. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Bautista. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Digging in and looking for more, Yoenis Cespedes. 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Here's Cespedes with a drive. That's high and deep to left field. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. The 1-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Swing and a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Jay Bruce. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Runners off for second. High and deep to left center field. Yelich going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Digging in to try it again. Todd Frazier 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the first pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th. Fastball at 88 that time. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-1 flips the zone low and outside for a strike. The 2-2 fastball right back to the mound, and he'll flip it onto first, and with it that ends the inning. In is Christian Yelich.
Leading off for the Brewers.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. To first. Gonzalez is up with it. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Riding in once again, Jose Reyes. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Shack swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. On the ground to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Now a move over to first and a dive, but he's back. Here's Ryan Braun now. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here comes the 0-1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And there he goes towards second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Right on the bag, and Reyes is out at second base.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
Misses, ball 2. The 2-2. Sent out to straightaway center field. Bautista has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Brewers go down quietly. Here's Adrian now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Still even at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game, and the Mets have come back to tie this one at 2. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Yeah, Matty V, one of the things you look for when you come to a Brewers game at Miller Park, you want to see Bernie Brewer go down the slide, and Bernie Brewer's fanny's got to be a little bit sore after this one.
Dan, one of my favorite places to hit at. I always felt like great batter's eye in dead center. You can move traffic to both gaps. A lot of home runs get hit in this yard.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Knebel, a 6'4" right-hander. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Base is empty here with nobody out. Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now. Here now the 2-2. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Into the box, Travis d'Arnaud. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. Line drive to center field. Lagares will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But the Mets are able to square things up on this solo home run. Get up and stretch, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Matt Albert gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in once again, Domingo Santana. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. In there, 0-1. Albert offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
Stepping in now, Travis Shaw, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
The last at-bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches. He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing, north-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Travis Shaw becomes the second out of the bottom of the seventh.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
And this is past Adrian down the line, a fair ball.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Now here's a line drive, and this is going to get down for extra bases. Pena rounds the corner and is headed home. Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied. Milwaukee leaves 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Under it, Lagares, and there's 1 away. Ready once again, Jose Bautista. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. And it's fouled away. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
First pitch on its way. And that misses for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-1. Is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. A swing and a ground ball to third. Shaw gloves it on the first, and this will remain a tie ball game. Ready for another chance? Juan Lagares. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. Lifted in the air out to left. After it is Cespedes. One away. Digging in, Jonathan Villar. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman Cabrera. And there are 2 away now. In is Christian Yelich. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Belted high in the air out to left. Cespedes going back, and they have taken the lead.
Oh, that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Jerry Blevins is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season.
Now pitching for New York.
Into the box now, Jose Reyes. And he puts it on the ground to second. Cabrera's up with it. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. But the Brewers get a... Josh Hader comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here's Jay Bruce now.
Leading on for the Mets.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air out to left field. After it is Yelich. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double. So striding in, Todd Frazier, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
His approach at the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
That evens it up 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Villar is there. He's got it 1 away. Adrian Gonzalez will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his second home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line to the right side. Santana will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Michael Conforto will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Michael Conforto.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And foul. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this one gets away. A throw to the plate. He beats the tag. Safe. And that ties the ball game in the top of the ninth. And would you believe the tying run comes in to score on a wild pitch? Man, oh man. The 3-2 pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself. Jacob Rain comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings. Digging in now for the Brewers, Ryan Braun. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Rain, a 6'1" right-hander. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now, 3-2.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
And Cabrera will take this one for the first out.
Right fielder, Domingo.
Ready for another shot now, Domingo Santana. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Sliders in for a strike. Ready with the 0-2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on 2-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
From the stretch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 0-1, here it comes. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. The 0-2 home. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the bottom of the 9th is still alive after the 2-out success.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. 2-out base knock to put the winning run on base. Let's see if someone can catch a gap and end this thing.
Standing in now, Manny Pena, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. And he'll step on the bag. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Set to deliver the 0-1. Popped him up. Pena has a play. 1 away. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Yelich is under it. 2 down. Digging in, the switch hitter has dribbled Cabrera. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. It's the outside corner, strike 1. The 1-1 is a ball down and away.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. And the inning. Lorenzo Cain is going to come in and pinch hit here as he's the potential winning run here in the bottom half of inning number 10. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
Center fielder number 12.
Here's Juan Lagares. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's one out in the inning. They got one more to play with that they can potentially be productive with, but this guy's looking to end this right now, put something in the gap.
Now pitching for New York, number 38, Anthony.
Into the box, Jonathan Villar. As he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2. Possible winning run on first, one man away. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Christian Yelich. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. That's a strike to throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Number 10, second baseman.
And he fouls this one off. The 0-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in his...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end. Brewers strand a couple. Still tied 3-3. Boone Logan takes the mound to start the 11th inning. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Missed with a slider. Here comes the 1-0. Way out in front.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Bautista waits on the 2-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, we've seen some really impressive pitching in this one. You could say these lineups have been anemic, but I always like to give credit to pitching and defense, and they've been fantastic all game long.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yoenis Cespedes. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And right into the shift. Villar is up with it. And that's the second out.
Up next for the Mets.
Digging in and looking for more, Jay Bruce. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Not his best effort that time. Strike 1.
Hey, he's going to have to set his sights a little bit more over the heart of the plate. I can't have one of my best left-handed power hitters reaching and taking an ugly swing like that.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Santana is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Here's Ryan Braun now, head-to-head against Anthony Swarzak. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. Drilled to first. And this will find the seam into right field, and there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
Nice to see this guy stay within himself and get a base hit to start off the bottom of the 11th right here. Usually guys try and come outside their pay grade. Not the case here. Pass the baton mentality. Let's see if he scratches one across.
Whoa, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
Santana in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cespedes on the move. He's got it 1 away. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. In there, and it's 0-1. This is pulled into right. And he drops it. He'll get it into second. But he is in there as they can't get him at second. So a big moment in the ball game here. Manny Pena, as he'll look to get the ball into the outfield and bring home what would be the winning run from second base. Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone. Eric Thames will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. A high fastball is in there. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Well hit, left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. The throw to the plate. And he is out at the plate, trying to end it once and for all. Oliver Drake gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning. Here's Todd Frazier now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's set and the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2. Three and 2 now.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Popped him up. VR is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's Adrian now. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
And there's out number 2. Wilmer Flores will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field, but it bends just foul into the second deck. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Ball 2.
2-2.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And foul, though it had the home run distance. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ahmed Rosario, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Rosario has an eye-grabbing batting line, one that resides above the 340 plateau.
Matty, great matchup right here. He's been absolutely hammering right-handed pitching all season long.
2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Flores on second. d'Arnaud at first. 2 out in the inning. The 3-1 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now. So digging in now as Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll hit with the go-ahead run at third and 2 away. Inside with the first pitch splitter, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 yanked on the ground down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Asdrubal Cabrera ahead in a 3-1 count now. The 3-1 pitch. 3-2 full count. Now the 3-2 pitch. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Oh, and he misses for ball 4, and he's forced in the go-ahead run.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Riding in once again, Jose Bautista. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much. 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
This is one of the big consequences of playing into extra innings. It's really taxing on your bullpen, and sometimes guys like this have to throw a lot more pitches than they're used to.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. Would have been a grand slam if he'd straightened it out. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Smacked into the gap, and this might be extra bases. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. 2 runs score. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, and he's safe.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded back up the middle. VR ranging up the middle. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. Jerry Spamiglia enters from the pen now as they've saved their closer until this deep into extra innings. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
1-2 now.
1-2.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready for another shot now. Jonathan VR. He went down on strikes last time up. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike the count. In there, 1-2 now. The 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. In is Christian Yelich, lifetime against Familia. 2 hits in 7 tries. That's lifted the other way out to left. He's got it, and the Mets have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and